when we saw Akainu turn Ace into a donut. All we wanted in those moments was Garp to absolutely destroy him. All these years later, our wishes remain the same, and it finally looks like it might be happening. In a One Piece information network known as Jump Festa, Oda has said that those two that we have wanted to fight for a very long time will fight in 2023. Now this can go many ways. It can mean that Blackbeard and Shanks might clash, Luffy with Blackbeard, or a rematch between Luffy and Katakuri. The Straw Hats taking their revenge on Kizaru, who almost killed them pre-Marineford, also looks possible since he is on his way to the Egghead Island. But ever since this news dropped, the fans have been speculating over Garp and Akainu, and I am all here for it. The fights I mentioned before have a higher probability to happen if I am being totally honest, but the current situation of the Navy makes me keep this in the equation. Akainu's disrespect towards heroes of the previous era like Garp and Sengoku has been breeding division within the naval ranks, with one of the previous admirals siding with Blackbeard. Foundation of Sword, and with the Navy's influence plummeting to an all-time low. It would not surprise me at all if the Five Elders tried to put somebody else in charge. Just think what will happen once they find out that Vegapunk's assassination failed and he now joined an alliance with Luffy. Luffy's threat level to the world government will quadruple, and somebody will have to take responsibility for that. Some of you might say that Rob Lucci will be held responsible, but that already happened in Water 7. After failing to execute Nico Robin, he was removed from Cypher Paul and suffered hellish punishment. The One Piece author isn't repetitive either, so I can't see Lucci taking the L again. The current admirals, with the exception of Kizaru, aren't very fond of Akainu, which is why I think that to restore unity amongst the naval ranks, to appease public anger, and to make a sacrificial lamb for failure, Akainu will be taking the blame. Do not forget that Luffy is an evil pirate in the eyes of civilians. His constant victories and the massive increase of pirate activities have not gone unnoticed. People suffer more now than they ever did during Roger's time, and as always, the Navy are the ones responsible for their suffering, especially their leader Akainu, who took the new headquarters into the New World, leaving the other seas unprotected. As for Garp, we all know he left Akainu be because he was a Marine Admiral. If he was suddenly stripped of his title, not only will the law not make Garp responsible for any possible altercation, they might even send him to kill Akainu after Kuzan joined the Blackbeard Pirates. I honestly don't see the world government simply allowing another admiral beyond these seas. With Akainu's character, he will definitely start vigilante activities or bounty hunting, and if he does choose that path, the balance of powers will be broken and mendable. After all, how many pirates do you know that are capable of putting up a fight against Akainu? I will leave that to your own imagination, because that's it for today's video. Until next time.